Slow Key, and I am Mr. Superfax. Welcome, family. Good morning, good afternoon, what have you. I find myself. This is some depressing ass shit we talk about over here. Let's keep it a whole buck. I find myself asking myself the same question every single day. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? We got a couple stories we're gonna get into today. Um, but first things first, man. I need y'all support, man. I need y'all to hop over to the Mr. Superfax store, um, where you can purchase clothing catered to kings and queens. Okay, if you a sheep, if you a peasant, fall back, play your position. Okay, this ain't the store for you. These fabrics ain't meant to be on your back, respectfully. Okay, so the link to the Mr. Superfax store will be in the description. I repeat, the link to the Mr. Superfax store will be in the description. Okay. Um, so let's get into the stories today. But also, I do want to say, if you're a newcomer, definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell. Hop up in the live chat. All my videos are live videos, so definitely chime in. This is a pro truth, pro objective, and pro good character channel, man. So definitely hop up in the live chat and share your thoughts, man. And let me hop up in the live chat while I'm talking about it. You already know how we do over here. I'm surrounded by kings and queens, man. You already know what it is, okay? We got the young hitter Q in the building from the jump. He said, yo, big homie, I messed up my ankle dunking on someone, but I'ma be all right. And we got the homie, the good brother P Swin on the check, and he said, low key, what's good? So triple salute to y'all. Hopefully y'all good. Your day is going smoothly. Ate some breakfast. You didn't have to slap nobody by lunch. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to see y'all rocking with me. Now let's get into these stories. Um, I don't want this video to be too long, okay? Now, this is the Daily Mail. They're reporting 8-year-old pupils are being told boys can have periods too. Okay? Oh shit. Kaboom. The homie Sean just stepped up in the room. What's good, brother? Peace, peace. Okay, 8-year-old pupils are to be told boys can have periods too under new sex education lessons guidelines. Okay, now listen to this fuck shit. My man said how. All right, and before we even get into this, for all the people that was on my TT video, TT Do You Love Me video, for all the people that feel like this is fake, this is fake, a guy dressing up as a woman is fake, is fake, is fake. There's nothing fake about this demasculation agenda that's happening in front of our eyes, okay? There's nothing fake about it. These stories that we're going through today are evidence, proof. I don't know how else to say it. The agenda is so real that if you don't see it, something is wrong with you. I don't know how else to say it. Now listen to this. It says children will be told that all genders can have periods under new guidelines. Brighton and Hove City Council issued the guidelines, which have faced criticism. Guidance states trans boys and men and non binary people may have periods. Now, Sean, I'm ruining Sean Day. So y'all chiming in the chat. Let me know. If you're a man, let me know. Chime in the chat. Have you ever experienced you know, uh, have you ever experienced some Red Sea action? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, it was, have you ever had a period? Nigga, keep it on up. Keep it on up. It's a pro true channel, man. Keep it on up. It's okay. You can be yourself here, okay? Low key T don't judge. Just keep it a buck. Now it says sex education lessons in which pupils as young as 8 will be told all genders have periods were yesterday condemned as unnecessarily confusing for young children. The classes follow guidelines that were issued to teachers to help them avoid offending girls who identify as boys. We live in the era of everything is so fucking emotional. You can't offend anyone. Okay? To offend somebody, to hurt somebody's feelings is pretty much the equivalent of murdering somebody in 2018. Let's keep it a whole buck. Triple salute, Mr. Jackson on the check-in. Definitely everybody welcome Mr. Jackson to the chat, man. Triple salute. P Swin says, periods, what's next? Pregnancy. We gonna get to it, man. We gonna get to it. Q said, I never had a period. Sean says, the fact that these scientists and other entities kissing ass to the faggots makes me sick, and no, I've never experienced a period. Okay, I appreciate y'all for responding, keeping it a whole buck with me. Now the article goes on to say, but critics describe the guidelines as inappropriate and another example of political correctness gone mad. The teacher guidance from Brighton and Hove City Council. I don't even know what this is. Is this from like a different country or some shit? Trans boys and non-binary people may have periods. It says language about menstruation must be inclusive of all genders and orders that bins for used period products are provided in all toilets for children. Okay, so I guess that means when your 8-year-old goes to school, you know what I'm saying, he go to take a shit, he could also throw his tampon in the motherfucking the prescribed bin right next to the, you know, the doo-doo bucket. I don't know. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Now it goes on to say, but Tory MP David Davies, whoever that is, described it as insanity for teachers to be explaining the concept of transgender boys having periods to 8-year-olds. It's just so much confusion. I don't. What is that? Transgender boys? Does this mean like girls turning into boys at 8 years old? You don't like what? Huh, Sway? Huh, Sway? Q says, hey, they said we need tampons. God damn. All right, let's see. Learning about periods is already a difficult subject for children that age. So to throw in the idea girls who believe there are boys also have periods will leave them completely confused. Okay. So I'm gonna put all the links to this in the chat. In the description. Y'all can check it out yourself. It says a feminist campaigner, Julie Bindel, said to tell impressionable children that boys can also menstruate sidelines girls who should be getting support when they start their periods. Okay. Let's see. Now it goes on to say, we believe that it's important for all genders to be able to learn and talk about menstruation together. Okay. Holding, you gotta, this is what they saying. This ain't what low key said. They say you need to hold your brother hand and be like, listen, dog. All right, what's good with you? You ain't yourself when you bleeding, nigga. You ain't yourself when you bleeding. God damn. Q says we got ovaries now. Society need to get baptized. Sean says none of my future boys is going to wear fucking tampons. I'm going to tell them straight up truth. Shout out to Queen Keys to Win on the check-in. We just talking about how they gonna be giving little boys used tampon buckets in the bathroom. That's all we doing over here. trying to just keep up with the fuck shit. That's pretty much what we doing over here. So y'all let me know. How would you respond to that, man? We got a couple more stories, but how would you respond to that, man? You know that your child is going to school and as young as 8 years old, and the teacher, this is what they're talking about. Fuck nap time, fuck recess. You got trannies coming to the school on career day and shit, teaching your kid how to be a drag queen, my nigga. Okay? And then when the kid go to the bathroom, take a shit or whatever the case may be, take a pee pee. You know what I'm saying? He bombarded with, this menstruation. I don't even know how to say that shit. I'm such a man. I don't even know how to say menstruation. Menstruation. What is that? I can't relate to that. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that, man. Mr. Jack. Oh, yo, y'all crack me up. Mr. Jackson says, I'm going to tell my kids the truth no matter what. Real shit. P. Swin says, eat a Snicker when you on your period. God damn. John says, that gay shit is menacing as fuck. And Q says, hell no, I'm not sticking a tampon. Oh, Lord, Q. I can't even read that shit, man. Mr. Jackson says, I'm going to tell my son, don't deal with boys that have periods. Them ain't boys. And P. Swin says, it's a satanic agenda 100%, right? That's all we saying. It's the people that's calling you, they're gonna title, they're gonna give you a label, some sort of title. That's their cop out. Instead of them acknowledging the motherfucking truth and just keeping it 100, fuck you, with themselves. They're just gonna give you a title and keep it moving. Okay, they're gonna call you homophobic. They're gonna call you transphobic. Whatever the fuck they call, a conspiracy theorist, crazy, whatever. They're gonna call you something. So it's called cognitive dissonance. They're gonna label you something so they don't have to face the truth. It's as simple as that. It's psychology 101. It's the first thing you learn when you learn about human beings. We live in a fucking world where people voluntarily run from the truth, man. And then, but a lot of people are saying, a lot of people call me homophobic. Okay, and I'm gonna say this before we move on to the next story. Nigga, do you even know? Do you know what the definition of a phobia is? A phobia means you are scared, you get anxiety, you're terrified of something. I'm not terrified of trannies. I mean, kind of, but if I look at them for too long. But on a serious note, I'm not scared of them. We could do whatever. You want to knuckle up? What do you want to do? You want to shoot it out? Allegedly, that was a joke. That's a joke. I'm joking. But my point is, a phobia is when you're terrified of something. It induces great anxiety. You fucked up in the game. I'm not afraid or terrified of a transgender person. I just don't agree with your lifestyle. And I'm entitled to feel that way, the same way you're entitled to, even though, your energy is misplaced and you're lost and confused. Most likely you've been molested or led astray. That's just pure facts. But you're entitled to feel that way as well. And the thing that kills me about these people is it's the simple fact that they want to force you how to feel a certain way, but God forbid anybody try to force them to feel some type of way. It's World War 38, nigga. So that's my whole spiel on that. He said, I am trannies make me afraid. Oh, dead. Mr. Jackson says, my son 8, man. I'm keeping him 100 in reality. True. Yeah. Sean says, call me all of that. I would save my seed before they violated him. God damn. Let's move on to the next story. Okay. And like I said, I probably should have said this early, but this is the Mighty Morphin Rainbow Rangers segment of today. It is what it is. I beat the bitch out of dead forever. Now, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but apparently, and this is a travesty because, like I said, low key T loves all flavors. I love all flavors. My melanated, uh, Mother Earth goddesses. You know what I mean? Down to my, my Colombianas. Like it doesn't. It is what it is, man. Even my snow bunnies, man. The ones that's loyal and hold it down. Okay, low key T is about that swirl life. You know what I'm saying? I don't like, I don't really fuck with like, vanilla ice cream like that, but I will climb in some vanilla pussy. Anyway, Miss Spain becomes first transgender woman to compete in Miss Universe, okay? And this reminds me of how also we did a story a couple weeks ago talking about how people are getting upset that with these whole Victoria's Secret runway shows or whatever the case may be, transgenders and I guess plus size women or whatever the case may be, they're not being included. But it's just like, dude, why don't you just make your own shit? Everybody, see, that's how you could tell a weak minded person from the jump. Why do you want to be a part of somebody else's shit so bad? Make your own shit. Then you can dictate who can participate and not participate. This is the corporation of the United States. The United States is a fucking corporation. That's why they tell you it's a deception. It's a lie. They tell you you have the freedom of speech, but say how you feel. Do it right. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you to do it, but if you fuck around right now while you at work and say how you feel about some shit that's not politically correct, you're getting fired. You know why? Because that's a private corporation. So somebody owns that shit, and the motherfucker that owns that shit is allowed to fire you if they don't agree. You know what I'm saying? For the smallest shit. So pretty much, freedom of speech in America is a fucking hoax. You can look at Alex Jones. If we keeping it a buck, I don't agree with everything Alex Jones did. Pure entertainment. But if you look at Alex Jones, he's a perfect example of the fact that the United States being a fucking corporation. I think they had PayPal or something. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think PayPal literally said y'all can't use PayPal to send this man money no more. Like, what kind of, can you imagine? Anyway. Anyway, I'm dead. Q says, like you 6'6" and wearing heels. That's what they said about Dwight Howard, wasn't it? Whoever that motherfucker was, they said Dwight Howard was a 6'11" bottom. I was like, God damn. Let's see. Peace Win says the people pushing this crap going to hell with gasoline draws. All right, let's get through this. Miss Spain becomes the first transgender woman to compete in Miss Universe. And I'm just like, immediately, I'm just like, and like I said, I love all flavors equally, but all the beautiful women in Spain, and not one of them is worthy. Not one of them stands out over this. Hold on. Over this? This is Spain. Spain. Spain, come here. Let me talk to you. Let me holler at you. Spain, you fucking up. And the crazy shit is the women support this. The women will co-sign this. And this shows you how women are being used as far as this whole feminist agenda. Women are being used against themselves because feminists will co-sign this. But in reality, it's another example of how a man is being superior to a woman. You're supporting a man that's winning a beauty contest over a woman. Nigga. Nigga. This shit is crazy. Let me hurry up and get through this. Now, listen, this is a quote from Mrs. Spain. Okay. She says, it says, whatever. We all deserve a world of respect, inclusion, and freedom. 27, this bitch, my age. Fuck this motherfucker. 27-year-old Miss Spain, Angela Ponce said, okay. Now, we all deserve a world of respect, inclusion, and freedom. That's a fucking opinion, is it not? So you telling me everybody in this world deserves respect? Everybody deserves inclusion? So the KKK deserves inclusion. So Hitler deserved inclusion. So slave masters deserved inclusion. So the nigga down the street that never wash his ass, but he always want to go out somewhere, he deserved to be included when y'all going to the strip club. And freedom. Everybody deserves freedom, even the pedophiles, even the rapists, even the murderers. It's just, that's what I'm saying. I don't care what nobody say. The majority of these transgender people, their brain is gelatin, is gone, it's out of here. Based on whatever they went through in their life, or whether it be the social engineering, a million examples. All these people do for the most part is breed chaos and confusion. I don't care what nobody says. That's how I'm going to feel until I see something different. What the fuck are you talking about? We all deserve a world of respect, inclusion, and freedom? Do you still got a pee-pee? And you talking like this? Come on, man. Q says hide in a package. God damn, Sean. Yo, I'm ruining Sean Day. Oh man. Now let's see. Angela Ponce, better known as the reigning Miss Spain, didn't win the Miss Universe pageant Sunday, but she didn't seem to mind. Simply by representing her country this year, Ponce became the first transgender woman to compete in Miss Universe. After the preliminary rounds, the 27-year-old model said it was an honor and pride to be part of the history and the pageant. Okay, this is a quote. Peep this, okay? This is for you. This is for you, Cleveland. Bitch ass nigga LeBron. Those who have no visibility, no voice, because we all deserve a world of respect, inclusion, and freedom. Ponce wrote on Instagram. Where else would the motherfucker write it? Instagram. You know what Instagram is? You know what you know what's so crazy, dude? The subliminal messages we're bombarded with every day is out of here. Like a lot of shit you can't even think of unless somebody else tells you about it. Do you know what Instagram stands for? Instagram. Insta is short for instant, gram, program. Programming, instant programming, Instagram, instant programming. Nigga, what? Nigga, what? Nigga, I heard somebody say that shit the other day. I was like, yo, I'm stupid as shit. I was like, wow, I'm dumb as fuck for not peeping that, man. Maybe y'all did, but P Swift says, stay woke and protect your peoples. Genuinely and truly, that's all you can do, man. That's all you can do. Now, let's get through this. Listen to this. And today I am here proudly representing my nation, all women and human rights. Okay, you hear that? This motherfucker representing all of y'all in the chat. So I'm gonna just put that out there. Yeah. So when y'all see this nigga, this motherfucker repping for y'all. That's what they said. Y'all humans, ain't you? Okay, so when you see this motherfucker, think of your freedom. Think about your freedom. Think about your mama. What Smokey said? When Smokey was taking a shit, and say, think about your mama or whatever. Anyway, let me finish this before we get into the last topic. All right. So it says, she said, for a long time, those were things I always wanted to do. Ponce told Miss Universe organizers, I put so much focus into it that in the end, it became a reality. Okay. Um, wow. Ponce said she embraced the competition as a chance to fulfill not only her personal ambitions, but to be an ambassador for Spanish culture. And the thing we always talk about on this channel, on this platform, we don't it's agenda free. It is what it is. If we get clapped for telling the truth, then so be it. It is what it is. But we tell the truth. And what's happening here is, this is my opinion based off the evidence and patterns. I truly and genuinely feel like the agenda is to merge the genders together and then merge um people with technology, transhumanism, and then that's it. I don't know if y'all ever watched that show, Altered Carbon, I think it's called. And pretty much it's just our bodies, the bodies become, they're called sleeves. They're nothing. It's just they take your your consciousness out of your brain, they put it on a chip or something, and then they can just put it in different bodies or whatever the case may be. It's terrifying, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I see it going. We're in the we're right now in the era we living in right now. They're teaching your children right now that, nigga, you ain't a nigga. You ain't, and you not a bitch. You are, you know what I'm saying? You nigga, you gender X. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Remember one of y'all said these trainings, y'all called him a She-Hulk. Let's see. Mr. Jackson says, she said women and human, and by human it means LGBTQ. God damn. Q said, oh shit. Q says, go to jail, you be a woman and drop the soap. Shout out to Kashi69. P Swin says, straight males and females are becoming extinct. That's some real shit. So let me read this last quote from this Rainbow Ranger, and then we're gonna move into the last story. It says, "None of us are obligated to be here, and for me, it's a platform to share my voice." She told, you notice that all of these people, I want to share my voice. I want to tell my story. We're in the age of the selfie, the selfish, everything. These motherfuckers only care about themselves. They don't care about the kids that they gotta adopt because two men can't reproduce, at least, or they working on some way to do it. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. That's gonna be terrifying. That's gonna be the most terrifying thing. Can you imagine? I've never had the urge to want to fucking shit a baby out of me as a man. I understand, like, if I was a woman, like, yeah, the come up is easy, man. Just sell that pussy, and you could be in a condo on the beach somewhere. But the act of giving birth, I'm sorry, I would never want to give birth, man. That is like the most terrifying, painful shit I could ever imagine a human being going through. Me personally, it's a beautiful thing, when it's done. It's a lot when the goo and slime and man, that's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like a human being. Anyway. Sean says, she-males, transformers, Decepticons, lady men, it too is coming out. This motherfucker might make a cameo, etc. Mr. Jackson says, none of us are obligated to be. God damn. Yeah, turn it up, man. And then just lastly, the Rainbow Ranger says, to me, feminism is freedom to do what you want. You see that? Feminism is freedom to do what you want. What do Satanists practice? Do what thou wilt. Do what you want. Dude, when you reconnect with your soul, when you're disciplined enough to be self-aware, you don't always, you can't. You can't do what you want. You got to do what's best for you and your people around you. You can't do what you want. There is no do what you want. The fuck out of here. That's selfish shit, man. Do what thou wilt, okay? That's Satanists. That's what Satanists practice. That's how they move. That's their lifestyle. We cannot put brakes on the freedom of women on one platform or another. This motherfucker is a man talking about the freedom of women. If that's not a confused motherfucker, I don't know what is. I'm dead. I'm dead. And you right, son. You right, Sean. But they're working together. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about this whole Miss Universe situation. Um, it could be. I mean, I was listening to another content creator. Definitely subscribe to Pockets of the Future on YouTube. But he presented the idea of the situation where it could be. Can you imagine where these Miss Universe contests or whatever the case may be? It's just mainly men. It becomes men. Look at the cheerleaders in the NFL. I don't watch football. Y'all might watch football, but I saw a video of it was all girls, and then they had one man that was cheerleading, maybe one or two, but it was a fucking like a thick fucking white dude, right? Pause. And he was just gyrating and throwing his body and contorting himself. And he, as a cheerleader, he was a cheerleader for I think it was a college football team. But he was throwing himself around like he was really one of them 98-pound chicks. And I was just like, wow, this nigga think he a diva. Oh, man. I'm dead. My man says, so are they going to change it from Miss Universe to Mr. Universe? I'm dead. I don't know. But we over here, I just want to present the possibilities. That's crazy. So let's hop into the last story for today. I don't know if y'all aware of this, but I heard about this, I think yesterday or the day before. It says Barry Obama's transgender nanny tells her story. It breaks your heart. Apparently, Barack Obama had a transgender nanny. Okay. Y'all let me know if y'all heard about this. Now let me just go through here and pick out what's the important part. So listen to this. It says his nanny was an openly gay man who, in keeping with Indonesia's relaxed attitudes toward homosexuality, carried on an affair with the local butcher. Longtime residents said the nanny later joined a group of transvestites called Fantastic Dolls. Okay, Fantastic Dolls, who, like the many transvestites who remain fixtures Jakarta's streetscape, entertain people by dancing and playing volleyball. Okay, so they were athletic She-Hulk built niggas. Now it says it sounds so lovely when they put it that way, fantastic dolls, but of course the reality is anything but lovely. It also sounds perhaps inaccurate, as it's unclear whether Evie has ever identified as a gay man or whether she has always identified as a transgender woman. Okay. Did y'all hear about? Let me know if y'all hear about this. Yeah, yeah. See, that's the problem, man. From the Dwayne, I'm sorry, Dwayne Wade. You're a hell of a basketball player. But from the Dwayne Wades to the LeBrons to pretty much any nigga wearing a bitch bag, a purse, all these men They want to be bad bitches. Yo, you know how I bet you anything. I bet you anything. LeBron James, like when that song Bad and Bougie dropped, I bet you anything. Like when that song came on, LeBron just instinctually, he just started twerking. He started busting it down. It don't matter where he be at. Chipotle, the car wash, the library, motherfucking D Wade bedroom, allegedly. I bet he bad and bougie cooking up, and LeBron just started busting it down. And his wife's Versace yoga pants, I'm gonna keep it a buck. And he probably put that motherfucking progressive wig on when he was throwing it back. Allegedly. Okay. He said, I'm not surprised by Barack. Yeah, and that's a fact. This is who is in control saying this. Because yeah, this is man, we live in a realm. This is Lucifer's realm, apparently. This is it. This is his spot. We outsiders. We not welcome here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Now it says Evie's. Oh, not her name is Evie. Okay, it says Evie's own story reflects this hardship, beaten by her father for being a sissy when she was young. Evie dropped out of school after third grade because she couldn't take the bullying and harassment. Things turned around when she taught herself how to cook, a skill she picked up so handily that before long she was working for many high ranking officials. At a 1969, 69, 69, wow, that's weird. Cocktail party, 69 cocktails, 69 cocktail party. That's kind of creepy. Evie met Obama's mom, Ann Dunham, who went wild for Evie's beefsteak. Yo, I'm done. I'm done. Like somebody, no, somebody did this shit on purpose. Listen to this. It's too many red flags in this sentence. At a 1969 cocktail party, Evie met Obama's mom, Ann Dunham, who went wild for Evie's beefsteak. Nigga. And fried rice, and hired Evie to work for her family. Eventually, Evie became 8-year-old Barack Obama's caretaker. Okay, that's just so weird. Now it says neighbors recalled that they often saw Evie leave the house in the evening, fully made up and dressed in drag. But she says it's doubtful Barry ever knew. He was so young, says Evie, and I never let him see me wearing women's clothes. But he did see me trying on his mother's lipstick sometimes. That used to really crack him up. Okay? So y'all niggas that was like, we made it. We at the mountaintop. Nah. Nah. Um, it's clear and it's evident. The proof is there that Barack Obama did more for gay people than he did for black people. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Obama he was he made gay marriage legal. Correct me if I'm wrong. Um, seemed like every other you know what I'm saying? It seemed like every other time I would watch the news, the White House was covered in the LGBT lights or whatever the case may be, the rainbow lights, and it's just like, bro, and the most ironic, the thing that I will never forget about Obama being in office was just it was so ironic. We had a black president, but it felt like every week or every other weekend there was a black person getting killed by a police officer. It was the strangest shit I've ever seen. It was just strange, man. Let's see. Let's wrap this up. Let's see. Now it goes on to say, she says she didn't know the boy she helped raise won the 2008 a US presidential election until she saw a picture of the family in local newspapers, and on TV she blurted out that she knew him. Okay. I couldn't believe my eyes, she says, breaking into a huge grin. Her friends at first laughed and thought she was crazy, but those who live in the family's old neighborhood say it's true. Many neighbors would remember Turdy. She was popular here at the time, says Rudy Yara, who still lives across the street from Obama's former house. She was a nice person and was always patient and caring in keeping young Barry. Evie hopes her former charge will use his power to fight for people like her. Now, he did. Obama named Amanda Simpson the first openly transgender appointee as a senior technical advisor in the Commerce Department in 2010. For Evie, who's now just trying to earn enough to survive each day on Jakarta's streets, the election victory itself was enough to give her a reason for the first time in a long time to feel proud. Now, when people call me scum, she says, I can just say, but I was the nanny for the president of the United States. It reminds me, I was watching some shit on YouTube. It was a documentary of a transgender prostitute, and I want to say she was Jamaican, to be honest. But it was a man dressing up as a woman or whatever the case may be. But the way they tried to spin it was as to make you feel sympathy for this person. Um, and I'm just like, I can't have sympathy for you. You chose that lifestyle. You chose that lifestyle. You chose to be a hoe. You chose to be, make a living off, you know what I mean? Fucking perverse, man. That's not goddamn shot. That's just not my responsibility, man. There's no honor there. I have sympathy for people of honor. And then the way they spin it was, the whole narrative that this person was trying to convey was, we don't have a voice. That that I have this person, literally, this is what the person said. They said, I have a big mouth and I'll be the voice for hoes. And I'm just like, what the fuck does this bitch just what? What did you like a whole coalition? I don't understand. I'll never get this shit, man. But as Pockets of the Future would say, definitely subscribe to him on YouTube. But we're living in the apocalypse, man. And it's sad. And I appreciate y'all for rocking with me and us exchanging this information, but it's super fucking sad, dog, because with all the technology and we could just be doing some next level shit. Humanity could be on some other shit. But all our energy right now, for the most part, is being given to these motherfuckers that represent the Baphomet. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say it. Like, come on, man. Hold on. I just want to pull this up. Like, look at this. This is the perfect example of what's happening right now. The Baphomet, the goat god, he has titties and a dick. I'm not showing it right here. See? The Baphomet has titties and a dick. Look, you can see it right there. Those are the balls right there. And then it's obviously erected. So you got titties and a dick. It's the goat god. So that's all transgender people represent. And I don't understand. Like, it's a fact. So how can I don't care how confused you are. How can we vibe if you don't even understand what you represent? I don't know. I don't know shit. A wise man will admit he knows nothing. I don't know anything. But I know what I represent, and I know what I don't represent. So going back to what the brother said, all you can do is look out for yourself and protect your people. And that's why we here. That's why I make these videos. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. Kaboom, look who just stepped up in the room. John Hardy, Mr. John Hardy on the check, and he says, look up a satanic idol goes to the Arkansas Capitol building. A satanic idol? Oh Lord Jesus. I'm gonna check that out. I gotta wrap this up. I'm gonna check that out. We gonna link up on that, John Hardy. Now, but definitely everybody subscribe to John Hardy. You can find them by Astro Enlightenment on YouTube, Astro Enlightenment, or you can hop on johnhardynow.com, man. That's the bro right there. So definitely triple salute to all the kings and queens on the check-in, man. It is what it is. The truth is gonna be the truth, regardless of how many people don't want to acknowledge it or believe it. And I'm just, it is what it is. It's something in me. I'm cool with standing over here while you know, calling me, you know, whatever you call me, whatever you want to call me. I'm cool with standing on this side. You know, a lot of people are gonna say, well, you're on the wrong side of history. And nigga, do you see this statue right here? I'm trying to stand like as far away as I can from this shit. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's some scary shit. That's some scary shit. I'm not trying to see no goats in my dreams, nigga. Fuck you. Yeah, hit that link, y'all. I do want to say this too, man. I want to welcome Mr. Jackson, man. He's a strong supporter. Definitely vibe with us. Want to welcome Mr. Jackson to the Smurf set, aka the Wrench family, man. So if y'all could, you know, get that brother a warm welcome to the family, man, I'd appreciate that, man. So triple salute to the brother, Mr. Jackson, checking in and vibing with us. You heard? So I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Let me know how y'all feel about these stories that we discussed today. It's a lot of crazy shit going on, but you know, for the people that denounce this agenda, for the people that say this is fake, that's fake, whatever the case may be, there's nothing fake about this agenda. This is the realest shit. This is the realest. What more can I say? What more evidence and proof can I present to you? So definitely, yeah, welcome. Definitely, like the brother. I keep going back to what the brother said. Look out for your people. If you care about somebody, send them this video. If you care about somebody, you know, tell them to link up with John Hardy so he can take us all to the 5D, the 5-dimensional world. You know what I'm saying? Not 5G. I don't want cancer. 5D, that's 5-dimensional. All right. So with that, I love y'all, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all the realest motherfuckers I know. All right. So with that, definitely hit that like button. Of course, if you're a newcomer, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm gonna try to do this, you know, every day. It's just I'm low key, man. I fall off the face of the earth a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through a lot of shit behind the scenes, but it's a beautiful thing when I can just hit that live button and I'm chopping it up with kings and queens, man. It's a special, honorable feeling. So I appreciate y'all for being here, man. Definitely hit up that Mr. Superfact store. The link is going to be in the description. It's one thing to, you know, carry your honor and just be a king in the kingdom within your home. But in this time right now, you got to take all that honor and that mentality. You got to take that shit outside. And you got to represent outside the kingdom so you can bring back kings and chop it up at the round table. God damn. The link is going to be in the description. And before we get up out of here, man, triple salute To the to the new member of the Wrench family, Mr. Jackson, triple salute. The big homie, the astrological guru, Mr. John Hardy, my brother, P Swin on the check-in. I see Pat Swindle. He didn't find the channel. What else we had up in here? Let me see. My homie Sean. I see you, Sean. Sean be turning up. I be ruining Sean's day every time I go live. I sorry. Shout out to young hitter Q Dawson in the building, man. I see you, Q. I'm saying you gotta stop dunking on niggas, man. Who else we had up here? We had the Queen Keys to win. Keys be like, oh boy. that nigga go. So definitely triple salute all of y'all, man. Be safe out there. And if you give a fuck about somebody, man, my man said they got boys chasing peanut butter now. I'm dead forever. So if you give a fuck about somebody, man, send them this video. Just tell them, I give a fuck about you. I don't want you to get lost in the sauce out here, man. I don't want your finger to stink. That's all I can say, man. Don't be a dookie diver. Be an enlightener. Okay. Stay honorable. Not just honorable, but super honorable. Always honor thy fellow king and always honor thy fellow queen. And with that, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. It's low key, and I am Mr. Super Facts.